Hello everyone, myself Vinay Kumar M. I am actually pursuing PhD in physics. So in this particular YouTube channel, I will be teaching physics, chemistry and mathematics starting from 8th standard till 12th standard. So if you want to learn physics, chemistry and mathematics, then please do subscribe to my channel and stay tuned with my channel. So I am actually teaching the 8th standard mathematics subject right now. So in that I have actually covered 9 chapters. So now I will be explaining the 10th chapter which is there in this particular 8th standard mathematics subject, that is exponents and powers. So if you refer my previous videos where I have explained various chapters, like 9 chapters I have explained. So in between, while explaining those chapters, I have already explained you so many times about the power and base. So here you have an exclusive chapter for exponents and powers. So I'll be explaining one more time what is powers. So if you have a number 10 raised to, let's say, 6. So this particular 10 is actually known as base, and this particular 6 is actually known as power, or it is also known as exponent. So why this is actually known as power? Because when you actually tell 10 power 6, that represents that particular 10 has power 6 times. That means 10 should be multiplied 6 times with itself. That is actually 10 into 10 into 10 into 10 into 10 into 10. So if I just consider 10, so the power of 10 is 1. That means 10 itself is 10. That's it. But when I say 10 power 6, that means 10 is multiplied with itself 6 times. So that shows that much amount of power that particular 10 is actually getting. So here 10 power 1, value of 10 power 1 is 10. What is the value of 10 power 6? Value of 10 power 6 is 1 followed by 6 zeros. So that is almost 10 lakhs. So here you can see the power of 10 was 1 in this first case. So the value is just 10. So now the power is raised to 6. So that's why 10 is multiplied 6 times with itself. So that's why now you are getting 10 lakh as your answer. So this is how power works. That means that many times the same number should be multiplied with itself. So that will actually give you how much power that particular number has gained because of certain number in its exponent position. So this is also known as exponent, and this particular number is actually the base. So base raised to a number, that shows that particular base should be multiplied with itself that many times. So that is actually the explanation which can be given in this particular chapter. So coming to the laws which are there in this particular chapter, in that first law states that a power m divided by a power n is actually equal to a power m minus n. So here you should remember the base of these two digits should be same. So here also a is there, here also a is there. So when base is same, at that time you can take that base as common and you can subtract this particular numerator power and denominator power. So this denominator power should be subtracted with this particular numerator power. So it will become m minus n. So a power m minus n. So this is one particular property. Coming to the second law in this particular power chapter or the exponents and powers chapter, here a power m into a power n. Here again you can see the base is same. Here also a is there, here also a is there. So at this particular time you can just write base as common, and in the power you can add the terms. So whenever it is division you should subtract the powers. Whenever it is multiplication you should add the powers only when base of those two numbers are same. So here also a was there, here also a is there, here also a is there, here also a is there. Only when base is same, then only you can add or subtract the powers whenever it is multiplication or division. Coming to the next law, a power m whole power n is there means, that means this n is the power for a power m. That means you should take the value for a power m and that particular value should be powered with n. So when the case is like this, at this particular time you can just directly multiply these two powers. So it will become a power mn. Because I can explain this with an example. Let's suppose say 2 power 3 is there. So whole power 2 is there. So now let us solve this particular equation. So whatever it is there inside bracket, first we will solve that. What is 2 power 3? 2 power 3 is 8. Outside power 2 is there. So 8 square. So what is the value for 8 square? 8 square is actually 64. Now let us actually multiply this 3 and 2. So it will become 6. So 2 power 6 will be there. What is the value of 2 power 6? 64. This actually proves that these two powers can be multiplied, 3 and 2. So 3 2s are 6. So the same I have explained with general formula. So a power m whole power n is equal to a power mn. So these two powers can be multiplied. So this is third law. Coming to the fourth law in this particular chapter, there they have given a power m into b power m is there. So here you can see base is actually different but powers are same, and here we are actually multiplying these two terms. At this particular point you can actually multiply a and b, and whole power you can take as m. So this is one particular law. Coming to the fifth law, a power m divided by b power m. Here division is there. Here also you can do a by b whole power m you can take. So this is fifth law. Coming to the sixth law, a power 0 is equal to 1. So always you should remember, anything to the power 0 will always be equal to 1. So if you take 2 power 0, then it will be 1. 3 power 0 will also be 1. 4 power 0 will also be 1. 1 power 0 is also equal to 1. So anything power 0 will be always equal to 1. So based on this particular laws, there are some examples which are discussed in this particular chapter. You can go through those examples. So after going through those examples, solving exercise problems will be very easy. So I will solve exercise problems which is there in this particular 10th chapter. So coming to the first exercise, that is exercise 10.1. In that, coming to the first question, there they have given three different questions in this particular first question. You should actually evaluate those three questions which they have given in this particular first question. So in that first question states 3 power minus 2. You should solve this particular question. So always remember, if there is a negative term coming in the power means, you should actually take that entire term into denominator, then it will become positive. So here, whenever there is 3 square is there, when you bring this 3 square to denominator, then it will be equal to 1 by 3 power minus 2. So whenever in the numerator 3 power minus 2 is there, whenever you bring that to denominator, it will become 3 power 2. So that means whenever a number's power is positive or negative, whenever you change its position from numerator to denominator or denominator to numerator, then the sign of the power changes. So that you should actually remember. Even let's say you have a number 4. So you have a number 4. Now you should bring this 4 to denominator means, then it will become 1 4 power minus 1. Because here just 4 means this is actually power 1 is there. So plus 1 is there. So when it comes to denominator, it will become minus 1. So the sign of the power changes when you actually interchange the numerator and denominator of a particular number. So now coming to this particular first question, there they have given 3 power minus 2. So what is 3 power minus 2? 3 power minus 2 is 1 by 3 power 2. 1 by 3 power 2 is 1 by 9. So the answer for this particular first question will be 1 by 9. Now let us move on to the second question in this particular first question. There they have given minus 4 power minus 2. So now again in the power negative symbol is there. To solve this, make the power into positive term. So to make this power to become a positive value, you should take this entire term to denominator. So the answer for the second question will be 1 by minus 4 power plus 2. So now 1 divided by square is there. So minus 4 to the power of 2. So that means it is minus 4 into minus 4. So what is 4 into 4? 4 into 4 is 16. Minus is there. Here also minus is there. Minus into minus will be plus. So it will be plus 16. So it is in the denominator. So 1 by 16 is the answer for second question. So coming to the third question in this particular first question, there they have actually given 1 by 2 power minus 5. Here also you should clearly see minus 5 is there outside bracket. That means this this particular minus 5 will be applied for both 1 and for 2. So this will be equal to, so 1 by 2 power minus 5 will be equal to 1 power minus 5 divided by 2 power minus 5. Now when you bring this 1 power minus 5 to denominator, minus 5 will become plus 5. When you bring this 2 power minus 5 to numerator, then also minus 5 will become plus 5. That means the sign of the power will changes. If it is plus, it will become minus. If it is minus, it will become plus. Now here in the numerator, power is minus. So when you bring that to denominator, it will become plus. So it will become 1 power 5. When you bring this denominator term to numerator, again the sign of the power will change. So in the denominator also sign is minus 5. So when it goes to numerator, it will become plus 5. So 2 power plus 5. So here, what is the value of 2 power 5? 2 power 5 is 5 times you should multiply 2. That is 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 16 2s are 32. So 32 divided by 1 into 1 should be multiplied 5 times. That is actually 1 only. So 32 by 1. So 32 is the answer for this particular third question in this particular first question. Coming to the second question, here you should not solve the problem, but you should actually evaluate the power position and express the number in power itself, but the power should be positive value. So now you should solve these particular questions. So I'll explain how to do that. Coming to the first question in this particular second question, there they have given minus 4 power 5 divided by minus 4 power 8. So now you can clearly see this can be written as minus 4 power 5 divided by minus 4 power 8. So this is in the form of a power m divided by a power n, because base is same. Here also a and a is there. Here also minus 4 is there. Here also minus 4 is there. So according to one of the law which I discussed, a power m divided by a power n is actually equal to a power m minus n. So this particular minus 4 common is there. So minus 4 power, here 5 is there. 5 is m, 8 is n. So m minus n means it will be 5 minus 8. So what is 5 minus 8? 5 minus 8 is minus 3. Here in the question they have mentioned you should express in positive power. Now you have solved the power, but now this it should actually express in a positive power. So to make this minus 3 become plus 3, you should bring the entire value to denominator. So minus 4 power minus 3 will be 1 divided by minus 4 power plus 3. So 1 divided by minus 4 power plus 3 is the answer for this first question. We should not solve the value. You should just keep it as it is in the power itself, but power should be in the positive value. So now we have got plus 3 in the power. So that is in the positive value. So 1 divided by minus 4 power 3 is the answer for this first question. So coming to the second question, here they have given 1 divided by 2 power 3 whole power square. So this particular 2 which is there after bracket will be applicable for 1 and it will be applicable for 2 cube as well. So when this can be written as 1 square 2 cube whole square. So according to one of the law, a power m whole power n can be written as a power mn. That means this m and n can be multiplied. Here 2 power 3 whole power 2 is there. So this 3 and 2 can be multiplied. So in the numerator 1 square will be there. In the denominator 2. 3 2s are 6. So 2 power 6 will be there. So it will be 1 divided by what is 2 power 6? 32 into 2, 64. So 1 divided by 64 is the answer. But here you should not solve this particular question, because you should just express this in the form of power in positive power. So now 1 divided by 2 power 6 is there. So here power is in positive value. So 1 by 2 power 6 will be the answer for the second question. So coming to the third question in this particular second question, there they have given minus 3 power 4 into 5 by 3 power 4. Now this particular 4 should be applied for both 5 and 3. So when you simplify this, it will become minus 3 power 4 into 5 power 4 divided by 3 power 4. So here this particular 3 you can bring to numerator. So when you bring that to numerator, it will become minus 3 power 4 into 3 power minus 4 into 5 power 4. So this particular minus can be written as minus 1 into 3 power 4 into 3 power minus 4 into 5 power 4. So if you want to solve this, so we have got minus 1 into 3 power 4 into 3 power minus 4 into 5 power 4. So now here you can see base is common. So you are multiplying these two bases. So you can take that as common. Minus 1 is there. So 3 is common. You can actually add these two particular numerators. So it will become 4 plus minus 4. That is the answer into 5 power 4. So minus 1 is there. 4 plus of minus 4 will be 4 minus 4. So 4 minus 4 will be 3 power 0, 5 power 4. Anything to the power 0 will be 1. So minus 1 into 5 power 4 will be there. So this is actually equal to minus 5 power. So the answer which you have got here is minus 5 power 4. So here you should see power is in even number. So whenever there is even number, when you take the value of it, it will become positive, because now let's suppose say you have minus 2 whole square. So minus 2 whole square means it is minus 2 into minus 2. So minus into minus will become plus, 2 into 2 will become 4. Similarly, now if you solve this particular minus 5 power 4, so here also when you actually expand this particular term, you will actually get minus 5 into minus 5 into minus 5 into minus 5. So here minus into minus plus, plus into minus, again it will become minus, again minus into minus will become plus. So total value will get in plus. So 5 into 5 into 5 will be 5 power 4. So the answer for this third question in second question will be plus 5 power 4, because in the numerator even term is there. So let's suppose if minus 5 power 3 is there. At that time it will become minus 5 into minus 5 into minus 5. So here minus into minus plus, plus into minus will become again minus. So minus 5 by 3 will be remaining as it is. But here even term is there, that is 4. So 4 times minus is multiplied. 4 times minus is multiplied means minus into minus plus, plus into minus minus, minus into minus, again it becomes plus. So totally you will get plus, the answer in plus. So that's why I have converted this minus 5 power 4 into plus 5 power 4. So this plus 5 power 4 will be the answer for third question in second question. Coming to the fourth question in this particular second question, there they have given 3 power minus 7 divided by 3 power minus 10 into 3 power minus 5. So here you can write this as 3 power minus 7 divided by 3 power minus 10 into 3 power minus 5. So we know that a power m divided by a power n will be equal to a power m minus n. So here in the place of a we have 3. Here also we have 3. So we can take this 3 as common. Minus 7 minus of minus 10. So now you can subtract this minus 10 with minus 7. So into 3 power minus 5. So when you solve this particular power, it will become 3 power minus 7 plus 10, because here minus into minus will be plus. So plus 10 into 3 power minus 5. Here the value which you are getting is 3 power minus 7 plus 10 into 3 power minus 5. So when you solve this particular term, you will get 3 power 3 into 3 power minus 5. So we have another law which states that a power m into a power n will be equal to a power m plus n. So here you can see 3 is a, here also 3, you can substitute this as a. So it will become 3 power 3 plus of minus 5. So 3 plus of minus 5 will be 3 minus 5, that is actually equal to 3 power minus 2. You should express this in positive term. So that's why you should bring this 3 power minus 2 to denominator, then this minus 2 will become plus 2. So that will be 1 by 3 square. So coming to the fifth question in this particular second question, there they have given 2 power minus 3 into minus 7 power minus 3. So now when you solve this particular equation, so it will become 1 by 2 power 3 into minus 7 also if you bring to denominator, in the power minus 3 is there, that will become plus 3. So minus 7 power 3. So according to one of the law, a power m into b power m can be written as a into b whole power m. So here also in the denominator it is 1 divided by 2 power 3 into minus 7 power 3. So powers are same. So you can actually multiply the base, that is 2 into minus 7 whole power 3. So what is 2 into minus 7? it will become minus 14. So 1 divided by minus 14 power 3. So 1 divided by minus 14 power 3 is the answer for this fifth question in this second question. So coming to the third question, here you should actually solve the particular questions which they have given, and you should find the value of those particular terms. So there are 5 questions in this particular third question. I will be solving 3 questions. Remaining 2 questions you can actually solve. So coming to the first question in this particular third question, there they have given 3 power 0 plus 4 power minus 1 in the bracket. Outside bracket it is into 2 square. So now you can solve this particular equation. So 3 power 0 is 1. Anything power 0 is 1. Plus, what is 4 power minus 1? 4 power minus 1 is 1 divided by 4 power plus 1. This minus 1 will become plus 1 when it comes to denominator. Into 2 square. So when you add 1 and 1 plus 4, you should take LCM of 1 and 4, because in this 1 denominator is 1, in this 1 by 4 denominator is 4. So when you take LCM of 1 and 4, it will be 4, and when you actually solve this, you will actually get 4 plus 1 divided by 4 into 2 square. 4 plus 1 is 5 divided by 4, 2 square is 4, so 4 ones are gets cancelled. So the answer for this first question in third question is 5. Coming to the second question in this particular third question, there they have given 2 power minus 1 into 4 power minus 1 in the bracket. Outside bracket it is divided by 2 power minus 2. So now here this can be written as 2 power minus 1 into 4 power minus 1 divided by 2 power minus 2. Now you can bring this particular 2 power minus 2 to numerator. So it will become 2 power plus 2. And this 2 power minus 1 you can bring to denominator, and this 4 power minus 1 you can bring to denominator. So it will become 2 power plus 1, 4 power plus 1. So when you do that interchange, this particular 2 power 2 will go, 2 power minus 2 will go to numerator. It will become 2 power plus 2 divided by 2 power minus 1. When it comes to denominator, it will become 2 power plus 1 into 4 power minus 1. When it comes to denominator, it will become 4 power plus 1. So 4 into 2 is there in the denominator, 2 square is there in the numerator. So 2 square is 4 divided by 2 into 4. Here 4 gets cancelled, 1 by 2 will be remaining. So this 1 by 2 is the answer for second question in this particular third question. So coming to the third question in this particular third question, there they have given 1 by 2 whole power minus 2 plus 1 by 3 whole power minus 2 plus 1 by 4 whole power minus 2. Now you should actually see this particular minus 2 will be applied for 1 and for 2. This particular minus 2 will be applied for 1 and 3. This particular minus 2 will be applied for 1 and 4. So when you solve this, it will become 1 power minus 2 divided by 2 power minus 2 plus 1 power minus 2 divided by 3 power minus 2 plus 1 power minus 2 divided by 4 power minus 2. So when you actually interchange these terms, so when 1 power minus 2 comes to denominator, it will become 1 power plus 2. When 2 power minus 2 goes to the numerator, it will become 2 power plus 2. So when you go on interchanging like that, it will become 2 power plus 2 divided by 1 power plus 2. Here also it will become 3 power plus 2 divided by 1 power plus 2. Here also 4 power plus 2 divided by 1 power plus 2. So when you, so 1 square is 1. Here also 1 square is 1. Here also 1 square is 1. So this you can actually write it as 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square. So what is 2 square? 2 square is 4. What is 3 square? 3 square is 9. What is 4 square? 4 square is 16. 16 plus 9 is 25. 25 plus 4 is 29. So 29 is the answer for this third question. So fourth and fifth question in this particular third question, similarly you can solve like this. So I'll move on to the fourth question, which is there in exercise 10.1. So here you should actually evaluate certain numbers which they have given here. So here also you should basically do the evaluation only. So coming to the first question, there they have given 8 power minus 1 into 5 power 3 divided by 2 power minus 4 is there. So what is the value of 8 power minus 1? When you bring this 8 power minus 1 to denominator, it will become 8 power plus 1. When you take this 2 power minus 4 to numerator, it will become 2 power plus 4. So that will be 5 power 3 into 2 power plus 4 divided by 8 power plus 1. So what is 2 power 4? So 5 power 3 into 2 power 4 is 16 divided by 8. So 8 ones are 8 twos are 16. So what is 5 power 3? 5 power 3 is 125. 5 5s are 25. 25 into 5 is 125 into 2. So that is actually 250. Now coming to the second question in this particular fourth question, here they have actually given 5 power minus 1 into 2 power minus 1 there inside the bracket multiplied with 6 power minus 1. You can bring all these terms to denominator, it will become plus 1. So it will be equal to 1 by 5 power 1 into 1 by 2 power 1 into 1 by 6 power 1 will be there outside. So 5 into 2, what is, so whenever there is multiplication, you can directly multiply denominator and denominator, numerator and numerator. So 1 into 1 is 1, 5 into 2 is 10 into 1 by 6. So again 1 into 1 is 1, 10 into 6 is 60. 1 by 60 is the answer for second question in this particular fourth question. So now coming to the fifth question, here you should actually find the value for m. So 5 power m divided by 5 power minus 3 is actually equal to 5 power 5. Now let us take the value for LHS. So LHS is actually 5 power m divided by 5 power minus 3. So instead of taking LHS, let us take both LHS and RHS together. So 5 power m divided by 5 power minus 3 is equal to 5 power 5. This is the equality which they have given. So according to one of the law, a power m divided by a power n will be equal to a power m minus n. So when base are same, you can actually subtract these two powers. So here also you can see 5 is there, here also you can see 5 is there. So base is same. So take that base common, you can subtract the power. So m minus of minus 3 is equal to 5 power 5, because here m minus n should be there. So m minus n is minus 3. So minus into minus will become plus. So 5 m power plus 3 is equal to 5 power 5. So here you can, when you compare LHS and RHS, here also 5 is there, here also 5 is there. So power should be equal. So comparing LHS and RHS, so when we compare LHS with RHS, we are actually getting, so LHS with RHS, we are actually getting m plus 3 is equal to 5, because here base is same, 5 5. So power should be same because both are on the equality sides. So one is on LHS and one is on RHS. So m plus 3 is equal to 5. So now you can find the value for m. So bring this plus 3 to RHS, it will become 5 minus 3. So m is equal to 2. This is the answer for this particular fifth question. Coming to the sixth question, here they have given two questions. I will solve one particular question. Other second question you can only solve, because here again they have asked to evaluate a particular value which they have given here. So inside flower bracket they have 1 by 3 whole power minus 1 minus 1 by 4 whole power minus 1. So that this entire term is powered with y minus 1. So now you solve whatever is there inside flower bracket first. So here 1 by 3 whole power minus 1 is there, means it is 1 power minus 1, 3 power minus 1 minus 1 power minus 1 divided by 4 power minus 1. So outside minus 1 is there. So now you can just interchange these two. So this power will become plus, this power will become positive values. So 3 power minus 1 when it goes to numerator it will become 3 power plus 1. 1 power minus 1 when it comes to denominator it will become 1 power plus 1. So 3 by 1 minus 4 by 1 will be the remaining inside bracket, whole power minus 1 is there. Now when you solve 3 minus 4 it will be minus 1 whole power minus 1. When you bring this minus 1 to denominator, the power value will become positive. So this is actually equal to 1 divided by minus 1 power 1. So what is minus 1 power 1? It will be minus 1 itself. So 1 divided by minus 1. 1 divided by minus 1 is actually minus 1. So minus 1 is the answer for this first question in sixth question. Similarly, you can solve the second question in this particular sixth question. So coming to the seventh question, here also you should actually simplify certain things. So here the first question which they have is 25 into t power minus 4 divided by 5 power minus 3 into 10 into t power minus 8 is there. Now you should actually solve this particular question. So bring this particular 5 power minus 3 to numerator, it will become 5 power plus 3. So this is equal to 25 into this t power minus 8 also when you bring to numerator it will become t power plus 8. So 5 power plus 3 will be there in the numerator into t power minus 4 into t power plus 8 will be there. So we know that a power m into a power n, will be equal to a power m plus n. So here in the place of a we have t, here also in the place of a we have t. So you can add this minus 4 and plus 8. In the denominator 10 will be there as it is. Now you can solve this. 25, here 5 power 3 will be 125. So 25 into 125 into t power minus 4 plus 8. So that is actually plus 4. So it divided by 10. So 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25. So 125 into 5 will be 625. So 625 divided by 2 into t power 4 is the answer for this particular first question in 7th question. Coming to the second question in this particular 7th question, here they have given 3 power minus 5 into 10 power minus 5 into 125 divided by 5 power minus 7 into 6 power minus 5. You can bring this 5 power minus 7 and 6 power minus 5 to numerator, so it will become plus 7 and plus 5. Here 3 power minus 5 and 10 power minus 5 you can bring to denominator. So here minus 5 will become plus 5. So that will be equal to 5 power plus 7 into 6 power plus 5 into 125. When you bring 3 power minus 5 to denominator, it will become 3 power plus 5 into 10 power plus 5. So now whatever numbers you have got here is 5 power 7 into 6 power 5 into 125 divided by 3 power 5 into 10 power 5. This particular 10 power 5 you can write it as 5 power 7 into this particular 6 you can write it as 2 into 3 whole power 5 into 125 can be written as 5 power 3 divided by 3 power 5. This 10 you can write it as 2 into 5 power 5 whole power 5. So 2 into 5 whole power 5 will be there. Now you can take this particular value. So 5 power 7 into 2 power 5 into 3 power 5. I am just putting this particular whole power for both the numbers which is there inside brackets for 2 and 3. So it will become 2 power 5, 3 power 5 into 5 power 3 divided by 3 power 5. Here also 5 will be for both 2 and 5. So it will become into 2 power 5 into 5 power 5. So the answer what you are getting here is 5 power 7 into 2 power 5 into 3 power 5 into 5 power 3 divided by 3 power what is there in the denominator 3 power 5 into 2 power 5. So 3 power 5 into 2 power 5 into 5 power 5. Now you can solve this particular question. So here you can see 5 power 7 is there, 5 power 3 is there. In the denominator 5 power 5 is there. So when you bring this denominator term to numerator, it will become 5 power 7 into 5 power 3 into 5 power minus 5. 5 is there. Now in the numerator 2 power 5 is there, 2 power 5. In the denominator also 2 power 5 is there. So you can directly cancel this 2 power 5 and 2 power 5. So no need to bring that 2 power 5 to numerator. So 2 power 5, 2 power 5 you can cancel. This particular 3 power 5, 3 power 5 also you can cancel easily. Now you just bring this 5 power 5 to numerator, it will become 5 power minus 5. So you know that base is actually same in all these three terms. So all these three terms has 5 as its base. So 5 power 7 plus 3 minus 5. So 7 plus 3 will be 10. 10 minus 5 will be 5. So 5 power 5 is the answer for this particular second question in 7th question. So now coming to the next concept in this particular exponents and powers. How will you express a bigger number in terms of powers? In the terms of 10 powers. So let me explain that thing. So let us imagine a number. So 3,83,455 is the number, let's say. So now how to express this particular number in terms of 10 powers? So when you bring decimal point, so decimal point is there here, let's say. So after decimal point only 000 will be there. So that means 3,83,455 is the number. So when you bring this decimal point to left hand side like this, so after how many terms, after how many numbers you are shifting that decimal point to left side, so that many numbers you should put in the power of 10 and then you should multiply that. So this will be equal to 3.83455 into 10 power 5, because after 5 digits you are actually moving this decimal point, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So after 5 numbers you have moved decimal point over here. So when you move decimal point over here, you should multiply that with 10 power how many numbers, how many digits you have moved, like after how many digits you have moved the decimal point, that many times power should be there for 10. So after 5 digits you have moved the decimal point, so in the power of 10 it will be 5. So 10 power 5 you should actually multiply with this particular 3.83455. So that will actually give you the value. So that means the larger number you are reducing to the smaller number in terms of power. So by using the power value, you are actually reducing the number, like whatever big number is there, you are reducing that to a smaller number and you are multiplying that with 10 power so many numbers. So after how many digits you have moved decimal point, that much power you will put in the 10. Similarly, now let's say you have 0.0000818 as your number. So now instead of writing this big number, I want to reduce this particular number. At this particular position, you should move this decimal point to right side of. So you should move to your right side. So decimal point you are moving to your right side. So you should calculate after how many digits you are actually putting the decimal point. Let's say I have written this 0.0000818 as 8.18. So if I want 8.18, then after how many digits I should move this decimal point? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means after 6 digits I am moving the decimal point here. So that means I should multiply this with 10 power minus 6. Whenever you are moving decimal point to your left side, then you should put that much power for 10, the positive power. So whenever you are moving decimal point to your right side, at that particular time you should put negative power to the 10 and multiply that with the number. So 8.18 into 10 power minus 6 will be the value for this particular term. So always you should remember, when you have a number like this, let's say 0.01 is there. So this decimal point, if you are moving after 2 digits and if you are putting here, then it will become 1.0. So that means you should actually multiply this with 10 power minus 2, because after 2 digits you are actually moving the decimal point. So that's why I have written 2. You are moving that to right hand side, that's why I am putting negative symbol. So it will be 10 power minus 2. Now if I have 100, if you want to, so 100 means it is 100.000 like this. So now if you want to move this decimal point after 2 digits to here, then it will become 1.00. So this you should actually multiply with 10 power 2, because after 2 digits you are actually putting the decimal point. So in the power you are writing 2. So here in the left hand side you are moving the decimal point, so it will be plus 2. So 10 power plus 2 should be multiplied with this 1 to get 100. Now based on this knowledge, you go through the examples which they have given in this particular chapter. So after going through that example, you can easily solve the exercise 10.2 which is there in this particular chapter. So I'll be solving the questions which are there in this particular exercise 10.2. So coming to the first question in this particular first question in exercise 10.2, there they have given 0.0000000000085. So after 11 zeros, they have written 85 after point. So now you should actually reduce this to simpler form. I actually told you, when you move this decimal point to right hand side, so at that time after how many digits you are actually moving this decimal points, that many times you should raise the power with 10. So, and when you are moving that decimal point to right hand side means you should put negative value for that particular power. So here 11 zeros is there, and after 8 you are putting decimal point means it will become 8.5. That means after 12 digits you are moving the decimal point. So this should be multiplied with 10 power 12. Here in right hand side you are moving this particular number, so it will become minus 12. So 8.5 into 10 power minus 12 is the answer for this first question in this particular first question. Coming to the second question in this particular first question, here also they have given after decimal point they have given 11 zeros and they have mentioned 942. So here also after 12 digits, if you are putting decimal point here, you are moving it to right hand side. So here also it will be in the negative term. So after 12 digits you are moving this. So it will be equal to 9.42 into 10 power 12, because after 12 digits you have moved the decimal point. You are moving that in right hand side, so it will become minus of that particular power. So you should take negative of that particular power, so it will become minus 12. So 9.42 into 10 power minus 12 is the answer for second question. So coming to the third question in this particular first question, here they have given 602 and they have given 13 zeros after this. So 6 zeros, 9 zeros, 12 zeros, 13 zeros. So you have this much big number. Now you should actually simplify this to standard form, like in the power form. So here you should actually, after this particular 0, there will be decimal point. So now you are moving this decimal point to left hand side and you are bringing that decimal point to this particular position. So there are actually 13 zeros here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So here 2 is also there, 14, and 0 is there, 15. So after 15 digits you are bringing the decimal point. So it should be multiplied with 10 power 15, because after 15 digits you are moving decimal point. Here you are moving this in left hand side. So that's why here power will be in positive value. So here 10 power 15 means it is 10 power plus 15. So 6.02 into 10 power 15 is the answer for this third question. Similarly, you can solve fourth and fifth question in this particular first question. Similarly, you can solve fourth and fifth question which is there in this particular first question. So coming to the second question in this particular exercise, here you should express the numbers which are given in the reverse form. Like whatever you have expressed in the power form in the first question, so the reverse of it you should actually write in this particular second question. So coming to the first question in this particular second question, there they have given 3.02 into 10 power minus 6. So 10 power minus 6 means, here you should remember, whenever you are getting negative in the power means, that means in the initial term you have moved that decimal point to right hand side. Now, to get the number back, you should move that to left hand side. So always when you are converting this power into this particular number, you're actually multiplying that with this particular number. Now you should move the decimal point to left hand side. So whenever negative is there, you should move to left hand side. Whenever positive is there, you should move to right hand side. Whenever you are converting to power form, at that time, whenever you move to right hand side, you should actually remember that power will be in negative. Whenever you move to left hand side, power will be in positive. But here you should convert the number which is already there, the power which is already there, to its usual form. So that's why you should move this decimal point to left hand side. So this power minus this particular point should go to left hand side. How many digits? 6 digits it should actually move. So here after 3 it will move. So 1 digit has got moved. So here there is no one more digit. So you put 0, you put another 0, another 0, another 0, another 0. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after 6 digit you should move this decimal point and keep point here. So it will become 0.0000302. So the decimal point you are actually moving from this particular position to this particular position, because when you actually move this decimal point to right hand side like this, at that time you will get negative power, that is 10 power minus 6. When you are actually back converting this 10 power minus 6 to original value, at that time you should move this particular decimal point which was got moved to right hand side back to left hand side. So that's why this particular decimal point which was there, I have moved to left hand side like this, and this particular power is vanished. Now again you should write this in power, in the power means, then again you should move this decimal point to right hand side and put this decimal point here, and in the power again negative term will come, that is 10 power minus 6. So now this is the answer for first question. Coming to the second question in this particular second question, there they have given 4.5 into 10 power 4. Here positive number is there. To get a positive number, initially the decimal point will be moved to left hand side. Now you should remove that particular number, like the particular 10 power 4. That means that the decimal point which has got moved to left hand side should be back moved to right hand side. So that means 4.5000 is there. Now you should move this decimal point to 4 digits after that particular decimal point. You should move that decimal point after 4 digits. So here 5 is the first digit, 000, so 2 3 4. So after 4 digits you are moving this decimal point, it will become 45000 point will come here. So the value of this 4.5 into 10 power 4 will be 45,000. So coming to the third question in this particular second question, here they have given 3 into 10 power minus 8. So here you should see negative term is there in the power of 10. That means to get that negative value, initially the decimal point was moved to right hand side. Now to remove that particular power, you should move back that decimal point back towards left hand side. So now 3 is there. So point is there here. So it is actually 3.000. So this decimal point you should move back to left hand side because this particular power is in negative term. So to get negative term in the power, the decimal point was initially moved to the right hand side. So now back to cancel that power, you should move back the decimal point back to left hand side. So always you should be very careful in understanding left to right, right to left, again right to left, left to right. So all these things you should actually carefully look and then solve the problem. So now to get this negative term, decimal point is moved to right hand side. So to remove this negative, to remove this power term, I'll move back that particular decimal point to left hand side. So when you move this decimal point 8 times, 8 digits, like after 8 digits, so here 3 is there as 1 digit. So take another 7 zeros. So when you write 7 zeros, then you will get 8 digits. So after this 8 digits, you will get point over here. So 0.7 digits 3 will be the answer for this particular third question. So this particular decimal point has got moved to this particular position. So here there is no decimal point now. So the answer is 0.0000003. So similarly, you can solve 4th, 5th and 6th question which is there in this particular second question. So coming to the third question, here also you should express the numbers in standard form. So in first question, in the third question, there they have given 1 micron is actually equal to 1 divided by 10 lakh meter. Now this you should actually convert to standard form. So you should actually see here there is 6 zeros are there. So after this decimal point is there. So now if you are moving this decimal point to left hand side and bringing this particular decimal point over here, then you should multiply this particular 1.000000 with 10 power 6. So positive term will be there. Now this 1.000 means it is actually 1. So 1 into 10 power 6 will be 1 into 10 power 6 will be 1 divided by 10 power 6. So when you bring this 10 power 6 to numerator, it will become 10 power minus 6. So the value for this will be 10 power minus 6 meter. So in the meter is there in the question. So meter will be there in the answer. So 10 power minus 6 meter is the answer for first question in this particular third question. So coming to the second question, here they have given charge of an electron where they have given 6 zeros after 18 zeros they have given after point. So here 9 zeros, 12, 15, 18 zeros are there. After that they have given 1 6. So when you move this decimal point to this particular position, like after 1, that means you are moving after 19 digits. So this is actually in terms of coulomb. So the SI unit of charge is coulomb. So it will become 1.6 because you are bringing this decimal point to right hand side. So whenever you bring decimal point to right hand side, so after how many digits you have bought? After 19 digits you have bought that to right hand side. So it will be negative. So minus 19 will be there. So 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb is the answer for this particular second question. Coming to the third question in this particular third question, there they have actually given size of a bacteria. So size of a bacteria is 0.000005 meter. Now when you bring this point to right hand side like this and you put this point over here, then it will be equal to 5.0. So after 7 digits you are bringing, it will be 10 power 7. So you are bringing in right hand side, so it will become 10 power minus 7. Negative we should take. So 5 into 10 power minus 7 meter is the answer for third question in third question. So similarly, you can solve fourth and fifth question which are there in this particular third question. So coming to the fourth question in this particular exercise 10.2. So in fourth question, there is a stack where there are 5 paper sheets and 5 books placed on each other. So that means here 5 books are actually placed on each other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books are placed on each other, and on that 5 paper sheets are placed like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you should find out what is the total length of this particular stack. So all books have length equal to 20 millimeter and all papers have length or the thickness equal to 0.016 millimeter. So 0.016 millimeter is the thickness of paper and 20 millimeter is the thickness of book. So now there are 5 books which has 20 millimeter each, thickness of 20 millimeter each, and there are 5 papers which have thickness of 0.016 millimeter each. Now you should find out the total length of this particular stack, so or the total thickness of this particular stack. So now you should multiply this 20 millimeter with 5. So 20 millimeter into 5, and you should add this with the total thickness of all 5 papers together. So that will also be 0.016 millimeter into 5. So when you calculate this, it will become 5 into 20 is 5 2s are 10. So 100, here 1 0 is there. So after 10, 1 0 will be there. So it is 100 millimeter plus, here when you multiply 16 with 5, it will become 80. 16 5s are 80. So after 3 digits, decimal point is there. Here also after 3 digits, you should put 1 decimal point. So 0.080 millimeter. So here you should see both have same SI unit millimeter. So you can directly add this number. So 100 plus 0.08 will be equal to 100.08 millimeter. So now the answer which we have got is 100.08 millimeter. Now let us bring this decimal point to left hand side like after 2 digits. So it will become 1.0008 into, you have bought it after 2 digits, it will be 2. So you have bought it to left hand side, so it will be plus 2. So 1.0008 into 10 power 2 millimeter is the answer for this fourth question in exercise 10.2. So this is all there in this particular exponents and power chapter. So I have discussed all the concepts which are there in this particular exponents and power, and I have also solved the exercise 10.1 and 10.2 which is there in this particular chapter. So like this, I will be teaching more physics, chemistry and mathematics starting from 8th standard till 12th standard. So if you want to learn physics, chemistry and mathematics, then please do subscribe to my channel and stay tuned with my channel. Thank you.